All right, you guys, hello. I have not done a sit down talk video in a while. I didn't really have anything planned. I guess it just kind of came out of nowhere. You guys remember when I used to do those randomness videos and just kind of talk about whatever, just kind of blah 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 off the top of my brain. I guess that's kind of how I'm feeling now. Today I had to go to like the doctor and go see my mom and stuff. So today I was off work. But I actually was going to see my neurologist I've been dealing with for like 5 years. Um, and basically, he told me that he doesn't even think I needed to have the extra spinal tap that I had done and all these other things because when I had it done the first time, my elevation in my spinal fluid was a little high, but it was nothing life threatening. It wasn't anything. I didn't have any kind of thing, like not disease, but like, symptoms for the what the new neurologist thinks. So he's saying that's probably why the medicine isn't working. And I actually took medicine like that for 3 years and it did nothing. So he's saying that, just kind of keep working with him. But if things don't work out, I can always go back to him. I'm not even frustrated, not mad. I was telling my cousin, I think at this point that I think that I've had so much stuff done to me for these headaches. I just don't feel the need to get angry anymore. I'm just like, I asked God to handle it, and it's just kind of like I gotta let go and let God kind of thing. Um, but also, yes. Okay. So I don't have anything planned to talk about. So I guess what kind of pops up in my head is what's going to come out of my mouth kind of thing. There was a couple of things I was thinking about doing a video on, but I think that I'll probably just say them here because they probably will be shorter videos by themselves. So the first thing is, there is this lovely young lady. Her name is, I am Ray on Snapchat or in YouTube. I believe her real name is Yoshika. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Sorry. But actually, she reminded me of this program out here. She's doing a program called the Butterfly Project. I think it's amazing when people start their businesses and stuff like that, and just kind of go with what God gave them. So she basically started this. It's for battered women, or people. I don't know if it's for men and women. It's for battered people who have been through abuse, any kind of abuse. And it's like she's speaking on it because she's gone through it, and I had no clue. It's not something you just bring up. You know what I'm trying to say? It's not, you don't just sit there and be like, hey, yeah, by the way, my ex beat me a couple times in my life. So anyway, how's your coffee? Like, you can't really, it's almost like people are really taboo about stuff like that. Sometimes it feels like because whenever people talk about it, they get super uncomfortable. They get like, that's sad. They always like want to apologize and be like, oh, I'm sorry. I do feel bad for people who go through abuse as well. Any kind of abuse. I always felt that compassion towards them. Like, damn, why would somebody either put their hands on them or, abuse them sexually or in any kind of way? So anyway, back to what I was saying. She has this thing called the Butterfly Project. I don't know if she's going to watch this, but I probably will message her on Snapchat because I've had the pleasure of talking with her. She's very funny. She's polite. She's very hilarious. I think she's quite funny. But she's not trying to be funny. She's just like one of those people who's just saying stuff and it comes off hilarious. But she's been working and working and working on her Butterfly Project. It reminds me of this place out here in Oakland. I said out here like I still live in Oakland. Out here in the Bay Area called Serenity House. And if you ever get a chance, just kind of look it up. Miss Johnny runs it. She is amazing. As you guys know, a couple years back, I went through abuse, like of pills, and that kind of brought up different kinds of abuse for me. So I went to the program, and I didn't really tell anybody except people who were close to me. I was in a very dark place. I was very suicidal. I was just like constantly popping pills. I was just like very not myself. I was angry, and I had to realize that I needed the help. because I couldn't do it alone. I couldn't do it by myself. You know, so I ended up finding this place called Serenity House, and I met Miss Johnny, and she has these lovely women there who are very supportive, who are very kind and loving, and they don't judge you, no matter where you came from, because most of the time they live in the house. So it's a house that's connected, and there's a building she actually runs the women's center out of, and they live in a house. So you know, they would invite me over for dinner or just to come over and hang out. There was plenty of times I went over there just, you know, to kick it with them and talk to them, and you know, be around people who understood what we were all going through, you know, and it was like a no judgment zone. And Miss Johnny wasn't even judgmental, you know, she kind of just like come in and, you know, let us see how we can help you. So when you better cut that out, I'm sorry, as Paris is acting up. Um, so when I'm Ray or Yoshika, I don't want to keep saying her name wrong. Um, Actually started doing the butterfly project, I started thinking about how, you might hear that. I think they're actually replacing carpet in one of the apartments. I think somebody moved out, and every time somebody moves out, they replace the carpet, repaint, the whole works. Okay. So anyway, you might hear some banging sounds. That's what that is. So yeah, so when she started talking about the butterfly project, I immediately just thought about the Serenity House. I still call there sometimes. I just call to say happy Christmas or happy New Year's. How is everybody doing? Before I moved to Stockton, I stopped by and I donated some clothes. Me and my mom have donated several different times some stuff to them. And every time I come in there, they're just so sweet, and it's just like, you would never guess the things they've been through by how kind they are, how sweet they are. So, you know, especially, you know, Miss Johnny, you know. So it made me feel like, you know, she could definitely do something like that, like running a center for girls, and stuff like that. And it's kind of weird because I have been telling my mom this for years, but I've always wanted my makeup line associated with a house for girls, but not for abuse, more for like girls Inc. kind of, but like just to build self esteem and, you know, have a positive environment to go to. I've always wanted that. I've always wanted Mia Loves Cosmetics to kind of be connected to something like that. Not just for girls, for boys too, because it's very important to encourage both sides of the coin. So anyway, yeah. So I just think it's amazing. I like when people use their story to help people grow. Um, I know it's not easy all the time, and you know, it's one of those things. Like, it definitely is a particular type of person who has to use their story to grow. Um, you know, and it's like, I don't know. I feel like people think it's this horrible, like a dark cloud, you know, but it's not. It's just like, when you go through abuse, that's the dark cloud. But when you're coming to terms with it, when you're trying to grow and you're trying to better yourself, I think that is when the clouds get to move aside, you know, and you can really see the sun and the clear skies, and things get better from there. So if you guys have not had a chance, I will do my best to link her YouTube below. She talks about it mostly on Snapchat though. So I don't know if her Snapchat is linked to her YouTube, but I will double check for you guys. I don't think she's made a video in a little bit, which is understandable. She's trying to run a business here, people. But if you see her Snapchat linked to her YouTube or whatever it is, definitely follow her on Snapchat, because she talks way more in depth about it on there. And also, she did an interview the other day. I believe she's located in Texas right now. So if you're in Texas and then you need to reach out to somebody, and you don't know who else to reach out to, that's one of the places as well. And I will also try to link the Serenity House link below, because I believe they have a website. I'm gonna double check. I know she just got on Facebook, but I don't know if she wants people to find her on there like that. Like, I don't know if it's the Serenity House Facebook or it's just Miss Johnny. I'll double check. If it's like for Serenity House, I'll totally link it below. But yeah, so that was the first thing I really wanted to talk about. I don't know, like it kind of brought it up because I'll tell you guys. So you guys know one of my family members, molested me when I was younger. It took me a really, 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 really long time to come to terms with that. I told you guys about maybe 3 years ago. I want to say I told you guys. It could have been less. I can't quite remember the date, honestly, truly. So yeah. So every time I see this particular family member, I just get like nauseous. Like it makes me sick to my stomach to be around them. I don't like it. And if you're close to me, you know exactly who it is. But I'm just not kind of trying to cause drama on the internet because for some reason somebody told my mom that I put on my Facebook that I hate her and I want her to die, and that never ever ever happened. That's a horrible thing to say. um you guys know I'm very close with my mom, even when we're upset with each other or we're not seeing eye to eye. I would never say anything so horrible. So with that being said, disclaimer: if that person is watching or does follow that person on Facebook, it's not me. And you don't need to report back to my mom about anything I said because we talk about everything. That shit just wouldn't even come out of my fucking mouth. Like, fuck, I look like saying some horrible ass shit like that. But anyway, though, like, I might be going to St. Louis the end of this year because my friend has to have surgery again. And I kind of want to be there for her. And, okay. Okay, so see how I get sidetracked? That's the other thing I want to talk about before I forget. But yeah, so I'm probably going to go to St. Louis. I do enjoy St. Louis though. Like it really is calm. The area she lives in is real fucking cute. It's quiet as fuck. At night it's like crickets. It's literally crickets. So I don't even hear crickets most of the time, to be honest with you. But it's really cute. I do like that part of St. Louis she lives in. Yeah. But it's so cute. And then we go down to the arch and shit. It's real fucking cute. I only went there one time. I don't need to go again. I'm good. Honestly. Truly. So basically, next story. I feel like I'm just talking. But this is a part of my life. So anyway though. I told you guys, I don't know if I told you guys, but I'll tell you. So a while back I kept having dreams like over and over and over. So I take those as signs from the Lord. Because some important things have happened and he showed me like in a dream. So I kept having dreams like that I was at school, going back to school. As you guys know, in 2005 to 2007, I went to Academy of Art. But after that, I just kind of went to beauty schools. Like I went to Milan and finished there, and I went to Blush and I finished there. I never went back to finish Academy of Art. Now, I remind you, I went there for 2.5 years. I was over it at the end of it because I was just in this space. I was really unhappy. It was a lot going on. So, and at the time, my aunt had just passed away. So, I was just really not quite in that space, So, I kept having dreams. I keep having dreams. So, I finally called the admissions and I was like, I would like to know how can I start the process because I flunked out. But that was the first time I ever flunked out of a school ever in life. Because before that, my GPA was like 2.7 and it went down to like a 1.86. That's how you know I was not fucking happy. So that was only like the last semester too. I was just like fuck. So basically me and her, we talked it over. She told me what I need to do. I sent out letters, a grievance letter, stuff like that, like if you ever had to reapply for college, blah blah. So basically 2 weeks ago I called her and I was like, because you have to wait to hear from the committee if they'll let you come back. So basically I called her and I'm like, oh, hey, I haven't heard anything. I was just calling to check in. And she's like, okay, well, let me see. They sent a letter, but they haven't signed it. And I was like, okay, what does the letter say? Like, so she was like, well, basically you can start 2017 spring. But you cannot flunk out. You can't get below a GPA. You're on academic probation. I didn't even hear the rest of that shit. I was just like, oh, because I was just so happy that and the sad part is it's only like 6 classes that I need to finish. So if I do it right, I could probably finish it in like 2 semesters and have my AA in motion pictures and television and acting, like slash acting. I do not want to be an actress. Truly, honestly, I'm okay with being behind the camera. And I really wanted to finish that for me. This is not for anybody else. This is not for my mom. That's why I didn't go for long, because my mom was like really pressuring me, and I was like, no, I don't want to finish. So she left me alone for a couple years, and then God kind of just put it back on my heart to finish it for me. I'm like really excited. I have not been to school in 10 years, that kind of school, like an academic school. But you know, I've been to beauty school, so maybe it'll work out. I have a lot of faith in this process though. Like, I'm not stressed about it. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about financial aid. God is going to make sure everything works out. And you know what's funny, that I always felt like everything falls in order, but I would always stress about it and it would still fall in order. And my friend had to keep telling me, like, you know, God is not going to take you this far to, you know, let you fall. And I've always believed that. I've always felt that way. So it's just like, you're right. You're right. Like, why am I even stressing about this shit? Like, why am I sitting here worried about it? So they actually just sent me my letter today because she said she was going to send it out. And it's been raining a lot, so I probably slowed down the process a little bit. But she probably didn't send it out that day. She probably sent it out like a week later, but it's totally fine. But yeah, so I will be starting school soon. I don't know if I will take you guys along because I do have to take like 2 acting classes again. I'm not excited about this situation at all. And it's so funny because I saw my friend Tia, who I met at Academy of Art, on TV. She was on, what's it called? Something in Truth and Lies, I think it's called. It's like the new show with Michael Ealy where they trying to find out who killed his wife. And she was like on the first episode. I was like, oh shit. But she's been working really hard though for her acting. Like, I'm so happy for her. I'm so proud of her. It's quite amazing. She been in LA for a cool minute though, so. But yeah, you guys, I feel like that's all I have to say. I'm going to go and edit the other video I made, and I don't know, maybe I'll delete some of this because I feel like this is kind of long. It's like almost 18 minutes. So, but I will talk to you guys later. I hope everyone is well. I hope everything is going well. I just really do. And if it's not, it will get better soon. Just keep having faith because everything is not perfect at all. So it's just, you have to keep pushing forward, you know. So I wish you all well, and I will see you guys the next time. Bye. My damn neighbor.